and got my visa approved within 28 days. You can apply with your spouse when they are applying for their study visa. You need to show extra funds for your living expenses along with their GIC. I had a couple of doubts and we connected with them on Tutor and they are super prompt. Like we got response in 24 to 48 hours.
Hey guys, I'm Faisa Parveen. I have over a decade experience in overseas education consulting. I have worked with companies like IDP Education, Minor Princeton Review, Jamboree Education, Ascent Overseas, and much more. So I've sent students to study in US, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, UK, and other set of countries. So today I'm here to talk about when to apply spouse open work permit. Just a disclaimer that I am an overseas education consultant. I'm not an immigration consultant. And whatever I'm going to share is surely based on my experience when I applied for my spouse open work permit and with my knowledge, what I gained after coming to Canada, meeting different people and with their different experiences. So let's get started. So the first option is you can apply with your spouse when they are applying for their study visa. Yes, you can make your application along with them and it's going to be only one application, provided you need to show extra funds for your living expenses along with their GIC amount. So that is the first thing. Apart from that, everything else is going to be same how you make your application along with your spouse or later on. Doesn't make a big difference on it. So talking about why I'm telling this, because I have seen in Canada, after coming to Canada, a lot of people have come along with their spouses. I knew about this when I was in India, when I was researching about this online, but I just wanted to be a little bit more safe when I applied for my application. So I didn't apply with my spouse, but you can apply with your spouse. I have seen people applied with their spouse, with their kids, together in one application and they have visa approved from India. I'm not talking about different countries. From India, this has happened. So if you feel you have the amount, you have the funds available, you want to come together, make sure you apply together. It's totally fine. So talking about the second option, where I get into picture. So my husband actually applied for his master's in Concordia and his intake was fall 22, but he got his visa very late, like I would say same day when his class or his orientation was. So definitely he couldn't make it for fall 2022. He deferred his intake, which was January 23. And since he had visa in September, I was inquiring whether I can apply or not because I'm an education consultant. I have sent students to study abroad. I went and consulted a lot of immigration consultants in India and everybody told me don't apply, let him get into Canada, let him have his study permit in hand, then you apply. But then I have done my own research and then I went ahead and made my application and got my visa approved within 28 days. So I made my application in October 20th and I had my visa approved in November. So what I didn't have the study permit. So study permit is a document that your spouse get it when they enter Canada. At the port of entry, they get the study permit. So I applied with his visa and an important document which is necessary if you apply for your spouse open work permit after your spouse getting the visa and where the spouse is in India. He has not landed in Canada. So you need an enrollment letter, which is very, very important to make your application when your spouse is in India and they don't have the study permit because they didn't land to Canada. So enrollment letter, you get it from their university, which state just the fact that they have paid the first year tuition fees, which is really, really important. And this document you need to request to the university and they give it on the request. So in the third option, where it is the situation where your spouse has landed to Canada, so you have a study permit, you have their visa, you have their enrollment letter and all other documents which is required for your spouse open work permit application. So it's a smooth process. You may not have that kind of pressure mentally what you will have in first and second application. You will somehow get that fear that, oh, I have applied together. Oh, I have applied being in India when my spouse is in India. So it's a mental game, but I will recommend if you can easily go ahead based on your situation and it's definitely possible to apply. There is nothing wrong. In case if you want to be double sure, you can write to Canadian government. There is an email ID. You can email them and ask them your situation, whether can you make it or not. And they are very prompt. They are very responsible. They respond you back. My good experience with Canadian government was Tutor. So I had a couple of doubts and we connected with them on Tutor and they are super prompt. Like we got response in 24 to 48 hours, we got the response. And in case if you have any questions related to anything, it should not be like when I'm going to get my visa. It should be a technical question based on your application. You can connect with them on Twitter and they are very, very easy go in terms of responding you. So yeah, third is the best option, and plan accordingly what suits best for you. I'm going to make one more video based on what are the document checklist, what I made it and prepared it for myself, and it is which will help you to make your own application. So trust me, spouse open work permit application, you can make it by yourself. You can just see whatever I'm going to guide you in further videos, and you can do it by yourself. So that's all from my end. I don't want to take much of time of yours. So all the best, and see you in Canada. Bye bye.